Okay, guys, welcome back to another video of the KDP series. So today we'll be discussing something very important, and that is summarizing method. So if you want to publish books on Amazon, you definitely know that there are types of book that you can publish. You can publish color books, you can publish your own books, you can publish little books like just doing research and you create content on some topic. So meanwhile, you can summarize someone book and as well sell it. So the good part of this is when you summarize someone book and you sell it, so far the person book is selling, your own book too will definitely sell. Like it's just as if you are more kind of modeling after the person. So far the initial book is selling, your own book that you summarize have high tendency of selling as well. All right. So, and I will not come here to tell you that I've made millions with on Amazon or whatever, but I've made a little dollars there. That's like $10, and this $10 is from books that I summarize. You understand? So that's just the basic thing there. All right. So what you want to do is you look for book that are selling, already selling, then you summarize them. So it's important that you know that there are terms and conditions to the summarizing method, because if you don't know these terms and conditions, if you summarize a book, Amazon can probably limit your account. And that is, you don't claim the author of the book because you are just summarizing. So you also stated that this is summary of a particular book. So that means you are not saying maybe, or this is a review of a particular book. All right. So let us get straight into it. So the first thing you want to do, like I've said, is to look for Amazon book that are actually selling that you want to summarize. And in this case, we are working on Kindle books, Kindle version. So I'm going to open a new tab right now in my laptop and I will search for Amazon bestsellers, as you can see right here on my screen. All right. So the purpose of this is we want to summarize bestsellers only, only bestsellers. All right. So as you can see, I said we are going to work on Kindle ebooks. So I'm going to click on the one that has this ZGBS right here on my screen and Amazon bestsellers Kindle ebooks. All right. So I will click on this and it will take me to the page where I'm going to see the bestsellers and I can choose from there. So when I get here now, there are some things that you have to take note, and that is either you pick straight here from the page and start looking for books to summarize, or you niche down. So most time the competition is high, and in any industry competition will be high. All right. So I will advise you that you as well niche down on whatever particular topic that you want to summarize a book on. So as for you, you might decide that okay, you want to summarize books on only on politics and social sciences, parenting and relationship, whatever, science fiction and lot more, self-help and lot more. All right. So and you you summarize or you review this particular book. All right. So now there are a few tips that I'm going to give you, and that is you don't want to summarize a book that has been published for a long period of time. And this is because when a book has been published for like let's say 6 months ago, a lot of persons have done their own summary for this book, which means if you do your own summary, you are likely not to sell. You understand? So let's say there's a book that is published January and right now we are in August. So you now summarize this particular book. You can see the gap of 7 months. Many persons have created series of reviews and summaries for this book. So when you create yours, there is high tendency that you are not going to be at the top of the summaries. All right. So now I'm going to tell you how to know the summaries and the date that a particular book is published. All right. So let us start with this particular book right here. Or let me say, does it hurt? Does it hurt? This person has over 1,000 review on this book. Open a new tab and let's see the publication, the published date. And from here, we can actually decide if this is a good fit for whatever that we want to use it for. All right. As you can see, the book is $22 hardcover. All right. So now let's see. So this book is published on July 21st, which is not even up to 2 weeks. I think this is nice, not up to 2 weeks. And that means it has sold over 1,000 persons have purchased this book and they have give review. This book is one of Amazon bestsellers. This alone has show you that this book is selling. A book published in less than 2 weeks and this author have sold over 1,000 copies, over 1,000 review on this particular book. So now the next thing that you want to consider is how many persons have written summaries for this book. So let's say there is a particular book and over maybe 50 persons have summarized the book, then you probably know if you do your own, you might not sell. All right. So now the purpose of this is, I'm saying all this is because time is money, and time is even more than money because you cannot regain the time you spent on something. So you always want to make sure that the time you are spending on creating books, you are spending the time on books that we actually sell, not books that will just waste your time. So how do you go about this? The next thing you have to do is you copy the title of this book. This works on maybe your smartphone, whatever device. Just follow the same process using your browser, either Chrome or Firefox, whatever browser. So copy the title of the book, paste it in the Amazon search bar, and now write you now put summary of in the front. So summaries of, right? I'm coming. Summaries of. So you can see summaries of, then the title of the book. Summaries of the title of the book. So now I will now click on search. So with this, I'll be able to see people that have written for this particular book, that have summarized this particular book in the past. All right. So let us check this out and we are good to go. Yeah. Okay. Let's wait for this thing while it's loading. So if you are new here, do not forget to click the subscribe button so that you can get more valuable content like this. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so that YouTube will update you anytime I drop a video. All right. Okay, so the page has successfully loaded, and if you can notice something, you will notice that it's not bringing something related to books, right? So this is because of the category. So you want to switch from Kindle store to all departments. So when you switch from Kindle store to all departments, yeah, this is where you search for summaries. So don't forget, after picking the title of the book, it then says summary of the title of the book. Make sure it is in all departments here, either on laptop or on your smartphone, and you click on search. All right. So now it's going to bring out related ones, I'm very sure. All right. So as you can see, summary of can't alt me, summary of does it alt. You might not see exact summary of this book. You can see we can't really see exact summary for this book, which means if you can summarize that book, you can sell. That's just the basic thing there. You can see does it alt. This is the book itself, and um no one has really summarized this book. Even this person that summarized someone else's book, not exactly his own. So that's just the basic thing there. And with this, it shows that the book is selling directly from the author, and many persons are not aware that it is selling, because if they are aware, they would definitely would have summarized it so that they can sell too. So that's an opportunity for you. So you can use this particular method to summarize as many as you want to. How do you summarize? I'm still coming there. All right. So you can do that for all this year. And now, in terms of niching down, so let's say I want to write on business and money. I will just click on business and money so that I can get the exact book that are selling in this particular category. And another thing is, when you niche down, it gives you ability to sell more. So something important that I want you to take note is when you are searching for best-selling book, make sure your location is in USA here. Make sure your location is, so take note of it. This is because we are selling to the US market because they have the high purchasing power. They have the high purchasing power, and unlike many other countries. All right. So as you can see, when I switch to business and money, I I I started seeing other books related to business. Now, all these ones are still wide. So under business and money, we have finance, we have industries, international investing, and the rest. So I can still niche down again, and probably I can say skills. So when I say skills, that means I have niched down very, very, very well. So that's another thing that you really want to take note when you are looking for best selling book. All right. So okay, so you can see that load again. So this books under business and money skills. So if I still want to niche down again, I can now choose maybe any one of these and to niche down properly, like niche down. Let me just say business writing here. All right. Okay, so you can see under the business writing do not have any other category under it again. So then you can now start, since you are the last phase where there is no longer subcategories, then you can pick from any of these and look at the selling ones. These are best selling books under business writing. If that's the kind of book that you want to go for, and you check it out, then from there you summarize it. So now let us talk about how you can actually summarize your book, because now you've known how to choose the best-selling book that you want to summarize, and I've let you know that you say summary of the book title and you will include the author name, not your name. All right. So now let us go back to the first book that we use as an example, this book here. And if you want to do the summary, there are a lot of ways, or the reviews. So it's either you purchase the book, go through it, and you create summary from that, or you actually check the book description here on Amazon, and you also go online and check the book description. Now, when you go online, bloggers, there are there are bloggers, vloggers, YouTubers, and lots of other persons that have created content on this book. So let's say there is a book that is selling, like this book now. It have over 1,000 persons have purchased it. So you are definitely going to see um blogs that have create short content on this book in term of summary. So when you go through all these blogs, you can get content about this particular book, and you can read them, edit them, and digest them, and you will create in your own understanding, because everything is still boiling down to this book summary and review of this particular book. So when you know the title, you can just copy the title like I've said. You copy and you can come to new tab, and you say summary of the book, and you paste it on Google. So in this case, when you paste it on Google, you are going to you are going to see blogs that are published of that have created summary for this particular book. So you can see this particular book here that we are using as example. So if you click on read more, you'll be able to look at the description the author herself gave. And there are some times whereby Amazon give out a chapter of a book to people to read. So in this case, if you can see the chapter, you can use the chapter for summarization, not for all books, but for some book. I think there's a particular name they call it, maybe assertive or whatever. This is a case whereby a particular chapter of a book is being leaked, and people can read the chapter one to get insight of what is inside this book. So when you see this chapter one, then you can create summary from there. All right. So don't let us waste time. Let me just paste this to Google right now, and let us search directly from search engine and see bloggers that have created content on this particular book. All right. The network is worse. All right. So right now I'm checking. You can see we only have Amazon here, and we have checked Amazon. But right now, the best enemies of lover books to read right now, there is no really content for this particular book. Now, don't feel sad. There are some times whereby you want to summarize a particular book, but you will not see any blog that have created content on this book. What should you do? You either wait later when someone do that, when someone that have purchased the book summarize or do whatever, or you go ahead and buy the book and summarize it. But you don't want to do that because you are trying to make money. Another thing is you leave the book and find other book. All right. So let me just look for. I just want to show you how the summarization work using Google the search engine. All right. So let us find other book that we can actually um summarize right now. So I think this is okay. Building a story brand, clarify your message. This is a business book. This is a business book. Yeah. So these are 240 pages. Let me see if they give out a chapter of this book out to people to see. The author did not give out any chapter, but now we have the name of the book. So we can copy and come to Google and say summary of paste, and we click enter. Okay. So if there is blogs that have created content on this particular book, then we are going to find them right here. Okay, so you can see there are blogs that have created content for this, and it's interesting. So you can see Medium, someone on Medium 18th created a content for this. Someone on Samuel Thomas Davis, this is a blog, created the content for this. Goodreads. So I'm going to give you some blogs that you can take notes. You see Goodreads, there is Goodreads is a good site that you can go to get summaries for a particular book. When you go to Goodreads, they have always have some chapters of some book they have summarized, and when you read there, you can model, edit, and lot more. So and also you can paraphrase it so that the content is not the same. Because if the content is the same and you go ahead to publish on Amazon, your account will be disabled for plagiarism. I hope you know that. So now what you are going to do next is you can see there are a lot of blogs here. So when you go through like 10, 20 blogs here, you are definitely going to see enough content that talks about this book, and you can use that as a review or as a summary for that particular book. So it's just as simple as that. So let me start with this Medium. This person say review. This person here says book summary. So let us check the summary first. All right. Having a slow network here. Okay. So the book in one sentence. So this is the book here. As you can see chapter one. So the chapter one here is already exposed. Chapter one of the book is already exposed. You can see chapter two. This person summarized chapter three, chapter four, chapter five. This first person even summarized chapter six. Wow, this is interesting. And the book is selling because it's now up to 2 months that the author published the book. I think he have sold over 6,000 copies or so. Chapter seven, eight. So this person practically summarized all. So you can see here, so with this blog alone, you have all you need. And if you go to other blog, you are going to see more content. So if you put them together, you read them. It's not compulsory you read. And I don't just want you to go and copy paste. You paraphrase it using using paraphrasing to small SEO tools and lot more. And you make sure the content is not the same, even though you guys might be talking about the same thing but in a different way. And you do what you when you are done, you put it on your Google Doc and you convert it to PDF. So when you do that, you can come to Amazon and upload the book, and your book cover must not be like the same thing with the author own. Because when you are designing the same book cover like the owner, Amazon will probably think you are trying to make sure your book that of the owner. Your book cover should not be over designed when it comes to summary. Just something simple. The title, and you indicate, you make sure the summary is bigger than the title. You know you are saying summary of, so the summary must be bigger. Let people know that you are not claiming the ownership, but you are summarizing, you are reviewing what the person have said. So summary of the book title by author name, not your name. And with this, your book is likely to sell. So that will be all for now regarding this. If I have more information about Amazon KDP, publishing books online and making money, definitely I'm going to create video on them. So you know what to do now. You should click the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification so that you don't miss out any important updates anytime I drop a new video. And also, if you find this video valuable, do not forget to like and comment. Till next time.